Much of the math that we're going to be doing in chemistry is going to involve converting between one type of thing and another type of thing. To do that, we're going to be using what we will call conversion factors. So conversion factors used to convert from one unit to another unit. We're going to start by writing the quantity with the unit of the thing that we are given. Next, we're going to write what we're going to call a conversion factor, essentially just a ratio, including the units that we are going to be using. The numerical relationship will be written after that, and then finally we're going to be doing our calculation. So let's see how this works. So say, for example, you know that one car has 4 wheels, and you wanted to find out how many wheels do 31 cars have. Again, you can probably do this very quickly in your head. It's just a ratio. We're going to set it up with easy questions like this, and then we will get to harder ones later. Again, we want to set it up in a very particular way, so when it does get to those harder questions, we're still able to answer them correctly. So first thing is to write the quantity given. So what we know is that we have 31 cars, the amount is 31, and the unit we're dealing with are cars. We then want to set up a conversion factor. So I set them up like this. I suggest you do as well. We're going to multiply our given quantity by a ratio. And we set up the ratio so that the units we want to get rid of are going to be on the bottom, the units we want to go to are going to be on top, and we use the numerical relationship that we know to set that up. We call that whole thing a conversion factor. So we're going to put cars on the bottom because when we do our calculation we want to not be dealing with units of cars anymore. We're going to put wheels up top because that is the unit we want to go to. Again, put the units first and then put the numerical relationship. The units are more important than the numerical relationship. They'll tell you whether you got the question right or not. So we know that one car has 4 wheels. That's the ratio we're using. That's how we're going to set up our conversion factor. When we multiply them, cars is going to be divided by cars, so it'll be gone, and our answer is going to be in wheels. So we have our numerical number. You want your calculator to do that. You're in charge of following through with the units. Again, wheels is still there because cars canceled out because of how we have set up our conversion factor. Alright, try this one out. You should pause the video and try it yourself. I'll go through it then. We have 1 kilometer with 1,000 meters in it. So that is our known ratio. What we want to figure out is how many meters are in 2.8 kilometers. So again, using the method, we start with 2.8 kilometers. We set up a conversion factor that will put the quantity we want to get rid of on the bottom, put the quantity we want to convert to on top using the known ratio. So we know that we want to put kilometers on the bottom to cancel out. We want to put meters up top because that's what we want to end in, and we use the ratio that we know, 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. We then cancel out our kilometers, and our answer will end up being in meters. Alright, here's a bunch more to try on your own. Pause the video, try them out, and then we'll go through the answers. First one, we have 0.7 liters. We want to convert that to milliliters, so we write 0.7 liters. We set up our conversion factor, and again, if you want to put them in boxes as you're starting out, just to identify this is the conversion factor. The unit we want to get rid of on the bottom, it's going to cancel out, and our answer will be in milliliters. Now remember, with sig digs, this number only has 1 significant digit, so our answer can only have 1 significant digit, so we have to write it in scientific notation. Otherwise, the sig digs will not be correct. Next one, 1.5 hours to convert to minutes. We want to put hours on the bottom, minutes up top. We know the ratio is that 1 hour has 60 minutes in it. Hours are going to cancel out, and our answer will be in minutes. Again, 2 sig digs in our question going in, 2 sig digs coming out. This one here has 4 sig digs, so we can answer in 4 sig digs. We have days here. We want to convert that to years. We know that days is going to have to go on the bottom so that it cancels out, and we can say that 1 year has 365, or if you want to be more precise, 365.25. Again, it's a measurement of precision. You may choose to be more or less precise. That's your choice. Depending on that, we will end up with an answer somewhere around half a year. 40 nickels to dollars. We can again set up our conversion factor with nickels on the bottom. And again, I suggest you put the units in first and then the numbers. That way you're thinking about which one goes on top, which one goes on bottom, and you'll always get the answer correct. All right, 32 years. Let's just go back for a second. 82.3 years to hours. We have 82.3 years. We can convert that first to days using this conversion factor, which will get rid of the units of years and end in units of days. We have our answer in days. That's not the final answer, so we can then take that answer, set up another conversion factor that will convert days to hours, and we have our answer in hours. So we've used two conversion factors, we've written the answer, and then used it in the second step. Since you are doing just two calculations, the other option would be, there's the answer in proper scientific notation with only 3 sig digs. If you want to do it all at once, you can just set up your two conversion factors. So there's the first one that converts from years to days, and then here's the second one that converts from days to hours, and obviously we get the same answer, and 3 sig digs to be correct with your significant digits written in scientific notation. I would suggest getting used to writing like this. It's nice and linear. You can see everything written out. Don't put them all together as one conversion factor. I would stick to leaving each conversion on its own. So I wouldn't put days, hours up top and year days on the bottom. I would write them out as two separate ones, but do them as one set of calculations in a nice linear fashion like that. It fits nicely on your page. You end up with your answer over on the right hand side.